Now I feel like I should call these the car chronicles because I'm always in the car now, sitting and waiting for my child um, to finish her class so I can continue on with my day. Well, the stresses of the day. But it got me to thinking while sitting here. I do want to talk about stress, like holistically, give some feedback or a different viewpoint to understanding stress. As I sit here trying to stay relaxed, I just had my massage. I feel very physically relaxed, but the internal energy inside of my body is like zzz, very agitated. That's my new word for the week, agitated. I'm not annoyed, I'm not frustrated, but I'm in between, okay? And that in between is agitation, where things just, not fully getting you, but it's just getting you. And when you have that in your body, whether it's in the mind or in the physical body, it produces stress hormones. It gets the stress hormones going and flowing and keeps the stress hormones. Once the stress hormones kick in, then the body starts to tension up, tighten up. And that tightness will come in the form of pain or tension, okay? Now, in understanding that, getting a physical massage, speaking some things out into the ethers did help. But that agitation energy just held on like a crutch, okay, to certain things. This goes into what, in Chinese medicine is the gallbladder meridian. And my points in my body where the gallbladder meridian is lined up, every point that she hit, I was just like, ooh, my leg cramped up, my foot cramped up, like everything. Because that energy doesn't go away massaging the exterior. So the pattern that we do, the outside look of it all, is we try to take care of the outside. We try to fake it to make it. We try to mask the reality, and become more illusioned or delusioned in the reality by masking it with something else, or giving it a different look internally in our minds, to pacify. But it doesn't change the problem. The problem at hand is still there. We become very shallow in how we resolve things. We miscommunicate, we judge hastily, we scrutinize ourselves or other people, and it creates more agitation, more stress hormones. Once the stress hormones become rampant in the whole body, the mind is tapping out at that point. Your brain is just wired and just gone at that point. So what do you do to bring it down? Okay? If taking care of the external is not the solution, okay? It's part of the solution, but it's not always the whole solution. How do you deal with the agitation? And most people don't like this part because it means going deep in or little levels deeper within yourself. Most people don't want to do that. They okay with the shallow and just masking shit and sweeping over the rug and putting the rug over it. Like, real healing comes from doing real healing work. Real healing work means sometimes you might have to yell. You might have to cry hard. You might have to punch something. You might have to do some kind of vigorous movement, to get that thing out of your body. It's not a passive thing. And I keep trying to tell people this. Like, dude, stop trying to coddle MFs in conversations. And MFs got to stop being so damn sensitive about a tone or a volume. Like, that's the energy that's agitating inside of me or frustrating inside of me. And I'm trying not to let this shit get to anger. Like, if I get to anger, everybody's going down. Like, me included. Like, so in agitation, and definitely in a state of frustration, you really got to start going internal and finding those things that help to get it out of your physical body. So therefore, the feel-good hormones can override and come in and take it. Then the mental monkey mind can calm down and shut the F up. Then life can start to recalibrate. But if them stress hormones are still rampant and running through your whole body, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. So sitting here with this information, with this knowledge, I'm going to work it out. I'm going to work this stress out. So therefore, the agitation can go bye-byes and I don't get to frustration. So the gallbladder can cease and relax and not get my mouth in some kind of trouble. Because, you know, the agitation will cause the frustration to kick in. Maybe, you know, that sounds like spleen and pancreas kind of, you know, the behind the scene organs, you know, just like, oops, did I say that? Did I do that? Like, this stuff is real. It's not in your mind. It's not you're crazy. Like, this stuff is real that you're feeling in your body when you feel somewhere between annoyed and mad, because you need to move that energy out of your system. So shake it off. I would shake. I might do it and be like, F everybody that sees me. Maybe they think I might be having a seizure or something. I don't want that to happen. But I'm going to have to shake it off and do some hard breaths, because I want to continue to relax and enjoy my external massage, and then internally just be fully relaxed, you know, so that, like I said, the feel-good hormones, the parasympathetic nervous system can kick in, and then I can be kumbaya the rest of my day. So I hope this helps to give you some form of insight, information, and tools and techniques to utilize. So I wish you well in your healing. Peace.